doing,
Mo.
shit just don't make sense.
Yo.
You see what I'm saying? That shit just didn't make sense. That's why we do. That's what we do on this show. I want to see a show, baby, where you can just say shit just don't make sense.
You just did.
It's a lot.
Shit
It's a lot
just
don't make sense.
Harvey Weinstein, shit
Don't make sense.
just don't make sense.
President Trump's body bill.
Shit just don't make sense. Well, throw another one.
I'm coming. I was getting
Wait a
moving
minute, have
because I
y'all
like to go back to back with
seen
it.
Maxine Waters jump on Ben Carson's ass?
Now that makes sense.
That makes
Listen,
sense. That's great
baby,
sense. Yeah.
listen, our brother Ben Carson be sitting there like, y'all know. Now y'all know I don't know the shit. But y'all want to keep asking me this bullshit. I'm not going to answer it.
They're like, well, quit playing like you know it
One
then, Ben.
of the guys, he said, listen, I'm not going to answer that. This is what I'm going to answer. The guy said, sir, you don't get to say what you want to say today. You ain't separating no babies today. You ain't talking about goddamn HUD. How much money you taking?
Ben Carson not about no hug.
At all.
How you doing, free man?
True warrior.
Kaepernick's still unemployed, but
But hey, you know what? Oh, you know what though? Shouts out to Kaepernick. I'm gonna record some bits too. Shouts out to Kaepernick. He got that book deal. He got $1 million book deal, and then he got that damn lawsuit against the NFL too, which he's probably going to win.
Shouting out Cap when it first jumped off.
Right.
When it first jumped off,
Yeah.
we were supposed to stand behind that brother when it first jumped off. Now there's some confusion about what we're standing for.
Right.
Are we standing because Donald Trump said you son of a bitches? Or are we standing for the inequality and the injustices of a black man and brown people? Like, what are we now standing for?
Right.
Are we standing because that brother is still unemployed and y'all know it's an unjust? Like, what are we... What is the plight of it now for? Because in my humble opinion, we were supposed to take a knee when that brother took a knee way back when. Way back when. Not because now President Trump, who happens to be a white man, made a statement, oh, now we mad because you called our mamas bitches. I get it. I get it. But what about all the brothers where their mamas had to go to their funerals?
Yeah, go to the funeral. You're right.
And I tell you the angle on that with Trump. He tried to buy the Buffalo Bills a couple of years ago, and them owners wouldn't let him in. And you know, that's the ultimate good old boy network, is that billionaire owners club. And they wouldn't let him in.
Well, they got he's suing for collusion now.
So you see, he addressed everything to the owners.
Yeah.
So if you make the owners upset,
Yeah.
that's when they move. But how you go? So you out there standing with your players arm in arm, but you gave $1 million to Trump.
And then you turn around and say, what did Jerry Jones say? After all that, well, you gonna be benched. I'm gonna bench you if you kneel again. We did that one time, it's over with. But if you do it again,
well, you just heard what the owner of the Houston Texans said yesterday in the NFL owners meeting. He said you can't have the inmates running the prison.
Damn.
Now that's what the owner just said of the Houston Texans.
Hold on.
What?
But why do we still act like the NFL respect us though? Like we hear stuff, see stuff, but then we'll find another way to be like, all right, well,
ignore it. Yeah.
But look at what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like you can't let the inmates run the prison.
And that's how they think.
You ain't talking
I'm
about
gonna tell you something.
That's how you think.
A lot of us are still inmates. A lot of us are still inmates because when you have a person that's saying, I gotta take a stand for injustice, and you have people that look like us saying, sit down, be humble, shut your mouth, don't say nothing. That's when you say, who's actually at fault here? When I have other black women saying, Monique just need to be quiet. Well, listen, y'all, we're being paid unfairly. We're not being paid equally. And we're putting in the same work and the same numbers. But you have women that look like me, black women, that are saying, Monique, just be quiet. We should be glad we're getting something.
Right.
Well, is that still slavery?
Wow.
Is that still slavery?
So you actually had some women, some actresses, some ladies.
Her name is Kim Whitley. Her name is Cheryl Underwood. I say their names out loud.
Wow.
Yes. Monique need to let it go. Just be quiet. And I know you're being paid unfairly too. See, I know the mistreatment. I want it. I want it. And I know what they're offering me. And you're saying you just need to be quiet. We getting something. See, that's what a lot of people say that look like us in any field. Man, we getting this money. Let's just not say nothing. But see, there's a brother named Abner Hayes. Do you know about him?
No, nobody.
1965, the AFL Football League. that brother had to take the same kind of stand. And the players who were afraid said, man, what you doing? And that brother said, listen, I have sons, and my sons are going to look me in my eyes 30 years from now. And they're going to say, Daddy, what did you stand for? Do I want to live in a lap of luxury and know I was a coward? Or do I want to be able to look at my sons and say, I stood for what a man is supposed to stand for, especially a black man? We've gotten so fearful, Sam.
Yeah.
We've gotten so fearful that we think that we can't stand and say, we've got to make a change. We've got to make it different, because we've been taught through the hundreds of years, you can't make it without me.
When you told Cheryl, you told Kim,
Yes.
how you feel.
Yes.
Like, hold on, somebody got to stand. What did they say when you gave them, when you told them exactly what you're telling me now? What did they say?
Well, Kim Whitley's never returned my call to say anything. Cheryl Underwood did return my call, but she returned my call when she was on her way to the airport. So I got to call you back. I got to go. But I know you're right. Well, if you know I'm right, why ever would you go on that show and speak as if I were wrong? If you know I'm right, see, don't tell me I'm right in private, but not be strong enough in public. It's sisters like you that do a lot of damage to us, because you'll speak about it behind closed doors, but you won't speak about it when the door's open. And that's our problem. So you have a lot of people saying, cat right, cat right, cat right. But when it come down to saying cat right, man, listen, I mean, I believe you and everything, but I got to feed my family. But what about the families to come? And they've made us in such a fear. I got mine, you got yours to get. But we're not thinking about the generations coming behind us. I got to think about the little black girl who ain't born yet. I got to think about her. Because somebody thought about me.
Right.
And they took them ass whippings. They took them kicks in the asses. They took them for us so we wouldn't have to keep taking them. So again, when you have sisters like Kim Whitley, when you have sisters like Cheryl Underwood, and you make those statements, do you know what that does to us?
Hold, don't go, just real quick tease. Hey guys, we're live on Facebook, man. 931CAK. Go to my page. We're having a great conversation right now. Straight up.
Hi, sugar.
Straight up. I'm telling you, go to Sam Sylk with a Y right now. You'll hear it later on the air, but if you want to get it right now while the music is playing, you need to get with us right now. Again, Sam Sylk with a Y on Facebook. Monique, you on Facebook Live, right?
Baby, I'm on a Periscope.
She's on Periscope Live right now.
At the Real Mo Worldwide.
Okay, so
and I had to put the Real Mo Worldwide, Sam, because there was somebody out there being me. There was somebody out there being me. Until one day, me and Rodney Perry was working out. And Rodney said, I'm talking to you right now, Mo. I said, no, sugar, that ain't me. But she was saying nice things, like they weren't mean. But I said, baby, this is me now. Stop it. So I had to put at the real.
Wow.
Because there was another one, at the real.
There we go, y'all. And you know what, too, Mo? You have done so much in this industry. I saw from the beginning to what you're doing now, and yet you're standing where a lot of people won't say what you're saying because they were like, what you just said, like, I'm here. You got to get yours. You're like speaking out on what happens in Hollywood. So who was my man Weinstein? Harvey. Okay. A lot of people were quiet for a long time.
30 years.
A long time.
30 years.
And then all those women were sexually assaulted and it was quiet?
30 years.
All this time?
They show you the power of fear. They show you the addiction of fame. They show you the addiction to money. Because can you imagine, Sam, knowing that someone has touched your daughter? Let's just play it out.
I'm going to beat their ass.
Let's just play it out.
You just said that was enough.
Let's just play it out.
Yeah.
You knowing that this person has touched your daughter. Now, your daughter is a major superstar, right? The superstardom came from that touch. You knowing it happened. We got to all sit at the dinner table. We got to laugh and joke like everything is all right. Now, I know what happened. Now, I got another daughter, and now she want to be famous. What do I say to her? Do I say, listen, this is part of the game? As I sit at the table with the man that has already had one of my daughters. Now, they're superstar, fame, they got it. But what do? You're talking 30 years. And now you're talking about these men coming out saying, I knew about it. I knew about it. So again, it's not black, it's not white, it's just called fear. And that is false evidence appearing real. where you got people so afraid. And that's why when people say, I don't know how people become junkies and alcoholics in Hollywood, they make so much money, because I'm holding on to a secret. I'm holding on to something that I know you've done something to me. That's why I had to say Tyler Perry's name out loud. I had to say Lee Daniels' name out loud. I had to say Oprah Winfrey's name out loud. And when you hear people that look like us say, oh, she'll never work again. But is anybody saying, is she lying? Is she lying? Well, we know she's telling the truth, y'all, but we don't want to lose our shot. Well, then what are you teaching your children? See, they got all these bullying campaigns, but our grown asses continue to be bullied all over the sake of fame and money. For me, Hattie McDaniel took that ass whooping. Louise Beavers took that ass whooping. Eartha Kitt took that ass whooping. So many before us took that ass whooping. And we still having the same story. We're still standing up to having the same story. When a white sister stands up and says, we're being paid unfairly, she gets a standing ovation. When a black woman stands up and says, we're being paid unfairly, I'm angry, I'm difficult, and I'm demanding. What's the difference? What's the difference? They've got us so afraid that we can't stand up and say anything.
Did Tyler call you after, you know?
He did.
Okay.
He did call.
And I don't remember exactly what you
when you
said.
hear a man say, I know it's wrong, but I can't say nothing right now because it's too hot in the streets. Brother, are you serious? You know what's happening to me is wrong.
He knows
and you were part of it.
That they're blocking you.
Yes. But I can't
gigs.
say nothing because it's too hot in the streets. Now, you're considered one of the three on Mount Rushmore. You, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey. Y'all considered the biggest three. Bill Cosby got knocked off because of, you know, the allegations and all that went down. So you know it's wrong. But you're not going to say anything. That's why I say we continue to do it to us. For the brothers in the NFL, y'all know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. But we're not going to say nothing. So what do we leave for the next one's coming? What are we leaving for them? And that's my whole thing. It's like, guys, Hollywood may never have me back again. That's a price I got to pay. But I can't be quiet because what I'm saying is not wrong. And sometimes people say, Monique's so loud and she's so tacky. I came in here with this, y'all. I didn't invent this. I came with this spirit before I think I was Harriet Tubman. I said it. I said it.
Yeah.
I believe I was those women from back then where it's like, y'all, if we keep being quiet, we keep getting rolled over.
Right.
If we keep being quiet, we keep getting taken advantage of. And once we know we're the highest spending consumer in this country, as a race,
I always say that. Hold on real quick. I got to go live to Cincinnati. Hold on.
Let's go live to Cincinnati.
All right, use some headphones you want to go. 100.3 RB and Old School. Rush Bar in the morning. And D.L. Hughley starts on Monday at 3. Sam Sylk here. Monique is in the building hanging out with me, doing some big things. You need to go live and check us out on Facebook. And you're on Periscope.
I am on Periscope, my baby.
Yeah.
Yes, at The Real Mo Worldwide.
And it was funny because you had to say The Real because someone was out here perpetrating.
That's what they did.
Talking to Rodney Perry. Why? You're like, I'm talking to you right now. You're like, no, you're not.
Listen, me and Rodney Perry was working out one day, baby. And I got to tell you about my baby, okay?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Rodney Perry wanted to bring me his trainer. But his trainer was locked up.
Okay.
So Rodney said, now listen, he's going to get us to run, but he take the chain off his dog. And Rodney, I wish the hell I will shoot that dog. Like, stop playing with me. So we going to work out, right?
Yeah.
Because we had to make a decision that we wanted to be healthy for our family. So we outside working out one day. He say, Mo, I didn't know you was on the social media. And at the time, I'm like, I don't fool with that, Rodney. You know, I'm too grown for that.
Right.
He said, no, Mo, I'm talking to you right now. And it was a person that had my handle, Mo Worldwide. And she talking back to me. I said, Sugar, this is me. No, this is me. No, baby, this is, okay? I love it. So it has to be at The Real Mo Worldwide.
No doubt. So here's what I want you guys to do. Go to her page live right now. Go to RB Cincy right now. Sam Sylk with a Y right now. We are live. And when I tell you we having a great conversation, you need to share it, man, because you really need to be paying attention. We talk about this all week, paying attention, being charged up, and knowing what's going on around you, knowing what's happening around you. You got to stand for something. What are you going to stand for? That's what we talking about today on the show. All right? Back in a minute, 100.3. Woo!
Ain't nobody hotter.
Your own power.
It's about the
embracing
power.
your own power, regardless of what anybody did. If they say you're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
show
be
these
no
songs
more,
so we
if
can
you're
talk
not gonna do
more.
it, so what? I'm still me.
I'm still here.
I'm still me.
What
And I'm
that
still
baby
me.
say?
I'm here.
I'm here. I mean, listen, my sweet babies, y'all are listening right now. Don't let nobody take your power away from you. And we talked about that yesterday on the show on Monique and Sydney's open relationship. And it's called What is Power?
Yeah.
What is power? And oftentimes we release it. We surrender it. I'm going to think the way you think because I'm not strong enough to think the way I want to think. Even though I know the way you think is fucked up, I'm going to still be like, well, I ain't going to go against Sam. Well, Sam is fucked up.
Right.
What Sam is doing is fucked up.
Right.
What this man was doing for 30 years was fucked up. But everybody sat around.
Because they wanted to eat.
I want fame. I want fortune. So, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, did Harvey Weinstein touch you? Do I look like he touched me? Do I look like it?
I want to know.
Because everybody, I said, Harvey, put your dick away.
I want to know how. I want to know how when Michelle and Barack found out, because you know their daughter was interning.
Yes.
And now she has to testify.
Wow.
Against them.
Hey, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what went down in that house. Come in.
What it has to be,
Come
it
in.
has
I
to
need
be.
to talk to you.
What it has to be, it
Yeah.
has to be. But that was no secret in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
That was no, it was what it was. You knew when you went to one of those meetings or whatever. First of all, why am I meeting you at your home? Why am I meeting you in your hotel room? And that's one thing that we as women got to come real with. If a man calls me to his hotel room at 3 o'clock in the morning, I know goddamn well I'm not having coffee. I know goddamn well what we doing at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm a grown woman, that's a grown man.
Yeah.
Why am I coming to your hotel room 3 o'clock in the morning? Why am I coming to your home?
These are questions that you need to ask.
Why can't I come to your office where there are
Right.
other people? Why can't we meet at a restaurant where there are other people? Now, if you're bold enough to pull your dick out at Seasons 52, listen, okay? Okay? Now, that's bold. That's like, woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, hey, why don't you meet me in my hotel room? It's 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we're at a restaurant, you say, why don't you follow me up to my room? I'm a grown-ass woman. Why do I think I'm following you up to your room? Why do I think I'm getting ready to massage you?
So when
Why are you going to massage me?
when we hear the stories after, he had me come to the room. He had me go here. Why do you think they go through that process? Allow themselves to go through that process instead of snapping out, you know.
Sam, I'm going to say it again. Fame is a beast. Money is a beast. It's something, baby. I'm sure in this radio game that you've been in for years,
Oh, come
I
on,
know
Monique.
you didn't seen it and heard
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You'd have been propositioned in ways where you was like, wait a minute, what you say? From women and men. We're in the entertainment. We're just in an
And see,
industry where people are
people
in
don't
the,
understand the other side of the mic. I done met some powerful people in some strange situations. I was like, what?
and it makes you say, what's powerful? See, that's the, when we did the show yesterday, and I gotta say it because it's such a beautiful show. It's Monique and Sydney's Open Relationship. Go to radio.com and you can click on the show. But when you say I met some powerful people, what made them powerful? What is it that, because they're going to do the same thing you're going to do. They're going to expire. And they did the same thing you did. They had to be born. And they're just a human being. But we give human beings all of this over respect. And for some of them, it goes to their head. And it says, well, shit, don't you know who I am and what I do? Because we will say,
You give it to them.
they're powerful.
Yeah.
I can't do that with anybody. And I think that's the problem that's had with me and some of the people in the industry. I'm going to look you in your eye when I talk to you. Where do you want me to look? Down? What is it about you that you think I can't look you in your eye?
Can I get on that movie?
When people say, oh my God, Monique, I can't believe you said that about Oprah. Well, what is it about Oprah that you can't say it if she's wrong?
Have you had a conversation with Oprah
No,
since all?
baby. No, my love. No. So for me to look at my children, me and my husband, I got to be comfortable looking at my baby's eyes. And I want our babies looking back at us saying, that's our mommy and daddy. Not get behind closed doors and they see cowards. It would devastate me if my son saw me and my husband being cowards behind closed doors, or being unfair or being two-faced.
When did this all happen, Monique? When did this happen? Where what was the moment when the whole Lee Daniels thing happened?
Well, it's been going on for some years.
Okay.
But when you constantly see people make statements, she was difficult and demanding. Well, that's took an effect on my career.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's ever said, what were her demands?
Mm-hmm.
What was she difficult about?
Mm-hmm.
And the moment that man says, she just wanted to be respected. See, he can't say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Though he said in private,
Mm-hmm.
she right. He can't say it out loud. And that's the downfall of us.
Mm-hmm.
When we know that there's a disservice,
Mm-hmm.
we know that there's an injustice, but we'll stand back and say, don't, and that's just of people. I won't say black people, white people, because again, those are a handful of white women coming out. Saying it happened to me when I was 20, it happened to me when I was 25, it happened to me when I was this. It's like, well, with you being quiet, do you know how many other little girls? And when I say little girls, they were grown women, but do you know how many other grown women had to go through that process? Because you simply wouldn't say anything. So that's why I say you must speak up and you must speak out.
Monique, in her own words. Tone, what up,
You
baby?
remember that scene from The Great Debaters? When Forrest Whitaker was talking to the cop. And the cop got aggressive with Forrest.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went back in the car.
Yeah.
And his sons was in the car.
Right.
And then you remember Forrest had blew up at the sons, and the son said, well, you ain't do all that when the officer was in your face, so-and-so, and Forrest, remember Forrest hit him?
Yeah.
That's what we talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we talking about. What she just said in parallel, that's an analogy from that scene, but that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
The minister always asks the question, when is it a proper time to die? And he'll use a scenario, you sitting in the car with the cop come, disrespectful to your wife, your kids, you get out the cop car. He say, when the wolf show you his teeth, that's time to prepare to die.
Mm-hmm.
So when is it a good time to die? See, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. When is it? That blatant disrespect, you see the gun.
Mm-hmm.
But that respect, you don't call your wife this, and look how you talking to you in front of your boys.
Mm-hmm.
When you get out that car, this is the perfect time to die, because it's me and him.
Mm-hmm.
When the wolf show you his teeth, it's the perfect time to die. That's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
When your kids sit behind closed doors and they talk, and they do,
Yeah.
you always want them to say good things, great things.
You said something though, because kids gonna close their door. They gonna have a brothers and siblings gonna have that conversation because they're gonna have that conversation.
Right.
You right?
They're going to have it.
Right.
You know, there was a scene when you said a time to die. There was a scene in Nat Turner.
Nat Turner.
The Nat Turner.
The Birth of a
Born-
Nation.
Birth of a Nation.
And remember the scene where they were having the gathering and one of the white men said, I want that one. And it was Gabrielle Union,
Gabrielle.
right? And her husband was like, no, man, no. And they was like, listen, we got to do it. So they walked his wife into that white man. And then when he was done, they walked her back. Remember that scene? My husband looked at me and said, that's when we die. That night, we all died. That he said, it's no way that I could walk my wife into the arms of this, and then you walk her back out. He said that night with tears in his eyes, he said, that night, mama, that's when it's done. We get the freedom that night. And that's what's happening. There's no difference. From then to right now, we keep walking us into it. We keep walking us right into it. And we walk us into it with a smile on our face. See, when you see a lot of our films, you have to ask the question, why are our films low budget? Why are they low budget when you have top-notch talent in these films?
Yeah.
Because you have the producers walking us right into them. And they're black producers. And they're walking us into them. They're not walking in saying, no, this is what we deserve. This is what we should be getting.
You would think now, with the success we have.
And let me be fair. I want to be fair. Not all of our black producers. You have some that's out there, baby, that's saying, listen, we got to play it fairly. But you have those out there that are saying, listen, I got to get mine. So just come on and take this low money because you know what it is. You're walking us to the ship. And you're telling us we're going on vacation, but you're knowing we get ready to go to the bottom of the ship as you walk away and go get another group.
Wow. So we got a few channels. Yeah, Diddy's doing his thing musically. I think Magic has Inspire. Aspire.
Yes.
So, what do you think? And then we going live in 60 seconds. How come we can't just come together and start getting some more networks other than what we have, or producing our own
What's
movies?
that word you just said? You said, how come we can't what?
Come together.
There you go.
How come?
No. You said come where?
Together.
There you go.
Come together.
Unity. You talking about unity?
Of course.
There you go. There
But
you go.
we've been conditioned
Mhm.
not to.
Yeah.
So the moment we break the conditioning is the moment we get better. But conditioned with everybody.
Yeah.
See, we've all been conditioned, black and white. We've been conditioned. When you hear Abraham Lincoln give a speech and he says there needs to be a superior race and the white man needs to be the superior one over everything and everybody else. But we as black people, I've heard President Barack Obama, who I think is amazing, but I've heard him say how great Abraham Lincoln was. I've heard other black people say how great. It's like, y'all, do we know who this man was? Do we know who this man was that we're giving all this praise to on how great he was? That man didn't believe in not having slaves. He believed in the Union.
Yeah.
And whichever way the Union went.
Went.
So we're so
There we
misinformed
go.
and misguided.
Man, it's 9B1ZAK. Shouts out to everybody on Facebook, man. Yeah, I love Facebook. Facebook is
I
it's the
like
show.
it too, Sam.
Yeah, it's the show.
Yes,
You
indeed.
see my little camera here where we can switch
that? I
around.
can't
You
see
it?
nothing.
Yeah. It's my little Hollywood
Well, I
camera.
still can't see.
Right.
You can't, you still can't see it? Okay.
Oh, yeah. He
Oh,
made my
okay,
camera.
Sam,
See
we
that?
Okay, yeah.
That's nice.
Streaming.
So we can.
I like it, Sam.
Yeah.
I can't get on Facebook.
No, because
Tone, you
get
gotta get
record.
on there, man.
No, well, I was on there with somebody, the Illuminati got me off.
Uh-huh.
I was putting that real on there, and they said
and somebody-
shut him down. And so somebody's on there now that's supposed to be me, but it's not me. So every time I try to get back on,
Yeah.
they send me to the wrong email and all kinds. But we gonna figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So improv, you got 2 shows today.
We got 2 shows tonight and 2 shows tomorrow, baby. And I'm gonna tell you something now,
Talk to me.
because sometimes when we come to Sam,
Uh-huh.
they get different.
They do.
You see, they get different. People are like, damn, are they funny as hell?
Right.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something, okay?
Right, right.
Cleveland 2 tonight and
Right.
2 tomorrow. And listen to me, sisters, because I'll be 50.
Turning 50.
December 11th, Sam.
We getting up there. Well, you getting up there. You older than me.
I'm turning 50 November the 17th.
On the
He
17th.
wants
That's
to
a
be older
blessing.
than me
That's
so
a
bad.
blessing.
He wants to be older than me
No,
so
November
bad.
17th is before December.
Yeah.
It is not.
November ain't before December?
If you go to another place.
Okay.
And that's the place we going to. Now, damn it, I'm older.
Okay.
Stop trying to be the big brother. Okay, know your place.
You can
You the
have it.
little brother.
You can have it.
Who am I?
You the big sister.
Okay, but you was getting ready to say something.
Because
You
you
stubborn.
conditioned me like they did the black people and saying the big brother. You kept saying it. That's propaganda. That's what Hitler did. Just keep saying the same thing. You big brother. You try to be big. So when you said, what am I? I was going to say big brother. But no. The big sister. That's a
Yes,
propaganda word.
it's going down. And also, we have tickets there at the show for Eddie Levert
Okay.
and for Walt and for Eric, for the OJs.
The OJ.
Yes, because they didn't tell nobody, but they had another backup singer.
Who was it?
It was,
Who was
okay,
it?
see, this the
Nah,
part.
we want you to tell them who it was.
This the part.
This the
That's all I
part
know.
that we don't know.
This the part
That we don't know.
that don't nobody know behind the scenes, right? Okay, I was one of the OJs. You see,
Why don't you tell them some real Cleveland history that's going to blow their mind?
let me tell
That
you.
don't
this.
know.
Why don't
Nobody
you-
know.
why-
Nobody
okay,
know
watch
this.
I
Nobody.
bet you none of you know.
Come on.
Okay, okay, Superman started in Cleveland.
Yes, he did.
Okay, keep going.
He called the greatest superhero ever right here in Cleveland.
Yes, he
Right,
did.
right.
Yes,
All
that's
right?
what they said.
But this what you done.
This
What's
what
that?
you don't know.
Where
What
in the
is-
hell you think the character Lois Lane came from? Because they flipped it. Because at first,
Uh-huh.
the name that they had, they thought it was going to turn people off
Tell 'em.
from buying the comic book.
Okay,
They
okay.
wanted to get a little universal appeal. Lois Lane. Who was the real person
Lois
that they
Lane.
took
Who was
Lois
it?
Lane from?
Don't
Who
say-
was
Where
it?
did they get it from?
Let me turn my
Don't
back.
Where did they get it
Don't
from?
tell
Where they get it from?
Don't tell me it's Monique.
Come on.
What?
What?
Monique?
Introduce
But how can Clark Kent and Monique? How's that gonna go at the Daily Planet? You already know. They're gonna say that's a subsidized paper. Subsidized. Lois Lane and Clark Kent. That's a match. But they stole it from Monique.
That's what they did.
She was the mom.
I'm tired of all this damn thievery and stealing. You see, That's why. That's why you got to speak up.
Okay.
Because if you don't, they'll steal all your things.
And the black Lois Lane used to fly on Superman's back.
And it didn't work.
How about that?
Because he had a crook in it. You see? Because I used to like to run and jump. You see, I didn't play that just get on. You see, I wanted to make it spectacular.
So you did it big.
Okay. I did it so big. The back didn't work right for me because I ran, hopped, and jumped.
That's what happened.
Okay.
And then Superman wasn't so super.
All right.
He just became a man.
And where did they get the kryptonite from?
Where they get it from?
Huh?
Where they get
Yeah,
it?
but where they get it from?
Where they
Break
get
it
it
down
from,
for you.
Sam?
Don't tell me.
Bring it.
Kryptonite that was his weakness,
don't
right?
Tell me.
Tell 'em.
Yeah.
Which is a vice.
Come on.
They made it green.
They did.
We know what the black man's vice is when it's green.
Hello.
Huh? Do I have to keep going?
If you have to keep going, either it was from the earth or it was sick.
Oh,
One or the other. One or the other.
Okay.
If that thing is green, come on. Come on.
I ain't make Superman fly
Here's
so
another
high.
funny moment from the Time Jordan morning.
Baby, what
No, this is not your
That
banana.
is my banana.
Cousin Monique, I bought this from the
No.
hotel.
Sister,
Don't do it. Don't do that.
she telling you don't do that. That is
No,
my banana,
Monique.
sugar.
Monique.
This is the shit.
Monique.
And I want y'all to see it. Okay? This is the bullshit right here. That's my banana. Now, y'all know I'm trying to get my health together, get my life right. I don't want to have a pastry. But if he eats this banana, it's going to lead me to have
Where'd you get the banana from?
I got it from out my room.
Yeah, because
At
I
the
did
hotel.
take her a banana
Because
this
Sister
morning
Monique-
and
Oh,
some
Oh,
grapes.
so you took
I did take
so
her
you
some
took the banana man.
I
This is
that
my
whole
banana.
banana
And she know-
on the floor.
listen, first
and then
of
no
all-
one will have it.
First of all, they all know
I'll grab
that I'm
it.
trying to get myself together.
We know, but that don't
So
have
I
nothing
ate
to
breakfast
do-
at 8.
Uh-huh.
I took this banana from the room because at 11 o'clock is my snack
You see
time.
lying? You see, that's when
It's
you lying.
past that now. That's why I can't
But
get
you see
it.
how you start lying?
See what I
You see
mean?
how you start lying? You can't get to work. Now you know we're going to breakfast when we leave here.
Yeah, but
And
you know
then
what I'ma
once
do at
again,
breakfast?
You can.
I'm gonna sit there. Right.
You're
well,
not coming.
You're not gonna eat at breakfast.
Okay, well,
Don't
that's all right. I
listen
got
to
another
this
breakfast.
banana.
I got another breakfast. I ain't got to go to that first watch.
But can
I got a
ask you
second
something?
watch.
So you gonna-
That you would know
You gonna
better
just,
than that
but you
omelet.
gonna just grab the banana all over to make sure I can't have a piece. You
I didn't know you really wanted
Hey,
the
Reverend.
banana.
the bullshit.
Amen.
Hey, Reverend.
Hey, Reverend.
Amen, Brother Sam.
Hey, Brother Sam. I don't want it.
Hey, is that Sister Monique?
Yeah,
Hey,
yes,
sugar.
Reverend.
Amen. And who else is that you have in there with you and Sister
Tone
Kitty?
X is here. Tone X is here.
Tone X. Amen. I used that to get a stain out of my carpet once.
Good morning, good brother.
Reverend,
Wonderful. Welcome to Cleveland, both of you.
Thank you, Reverend.
Amen. And I'd like to say to you, Sister Monique, that I stopped watching television when they no longer had your show on there.
Wow, brother.
I went on strike. And I never turned on the TV. Then they started power, and I had to get back on it. But it had nothing to do. So I had to see power now.
I understand, Reverend.
Amen. But anyway, Brother Sam and Sister Monique and Brother Tone X and the lovely, lovely Sister Kenya, it is once more again what we call Saturday Eve, Friday. And it's time for the announcements of the old New True Light Brandon Bushing Pentecostal Church.
amen, Reverend. Amen. Amen.
And anything you hear that you'd like to participate in, you too, Brother Tone X and Sister Mon X, while you and Monique, while you in town, please feel free to do so. Now, the Senior Citizen Step Show scheduled for tomorrow morning, Brother Sam, remember you were hosting, that has been canceled.
It's been canceled. Okay.
It seems that someone stole Sister Eloise's Hines' wooden leg, and that put an end to all of that. We'll no longer have that show. I hate the thieves running amiss in the neighborhood. The Young People's Fundraiser concert scheduled for tonight has been canceled as well.
Oh,
Wait a
man.
minute.
Amen. Yeah, the scheduled musical guest R. Kelly refused to show, says he was pissed.
Lord.
Now, good well wishes go out, Brother Sam, and all those there to Brother Alvin Presby. You know Brother Presby.
Yep.
After he was jumped and beaten badly by some street thugs.
Uh-huh.
Now, witnesses say that Brother Presby, who has a severe thyroid condition, causing his eyes to bulge, was jumped after one of the thugs said, "What you staring at?" Just so happened, he's a wonderful man.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
go by what you see all the time. Go by what you know.
That's right,
And
Reverend.
last but not least, Brother Sam, I'm going to get it right out your hair. We're an open-minded church, so we invited everyone out for our Gay Men's Halloween party.
Yes. Yes, to all my loves.
Amen. Halloween party, which will be held at the Civic Building in the rear.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Brother Sam, Sister Monique, Brother Tonek,
Why you gotta be in the rear, though?
and all those under the sound of my voice is always saying party. Keep on Keep it on.
Amen, Reverend.
We
Amen.
love you, sweetness.
Amen.
Take care, Reverend.
Oh,
Next year, have it in the front.
it won't work.
Oh, it won't. Will.
It's gotta
It's
be
a different Hollis Queen name.
Oh, I love him. Sam, who is that?
That's Reverend. That's my guy, Kevin.
I love him.
Hold on. Hey, I want to talk to Trump in a little bit. He wants to try to get
Trump?
out. Yeah, hold on.
Monique, my ex-wife and you were sitting backstage at the Majestic Theater when you was first kind of getting started. J. Anthony was hosting,
Wow, baby.
and y'all were just talking away.
Wow, Kevin, you are so talented, brother.
Oh,
So brilliantly
sure.
talented. I love it.
As
Amen.
they say, shucking.
Amen.
All right, Chief.
Sam, why you trying to look like you doing something? That's what I mean. You trying to look like you're
You
professional.
got that gingham on. When you put that, tell him, Sam, when you put that gingham plaid on, baby.
Sam, you know, I remember one time, baby, Sam looking all professional and
Man,
everything.
you got a silk shirt, got the button high up here. Boy, you got that T.D. Jakes collar on.
Sam, you gonna take that old ass picture
Sam
off
got
there.
that T.D.
That's a
Jakes
picture
collar
from
on.
10 years ago,
That's that
Sam.
T.D. That's that Potter's House collar.
Come on now.
Right. That's
That's
that
that
first
Potter's
Sunday.
house.
Right.
That's that second Sunday.
You know,
Right.
we went to the church.
That's when
Sam.
Tyler Perry
You went
come
to
and they let him
Potter's
play.
house?
Yeah,
Yeah, how was it?
they removed us.
What?
They removed us.
No, they didn't. Yeah, I know this is a joke.
They removed
I know you're
me and
joking
sister.
now.
If you got to come talk to me
Right,
like
because I'm
that,
trying to see how I'm just.
100.3 IB in old school. Here's Bruno Mars.
yeah. So I'm saying we can ready to go because I'm hungry. And you know
Let's
I
do a
love-
wrap up real quick. Tell everybody to come on out to
That's
last
why I
break.
love Sam.
Which could lead to
Hey Sam,
Yeah.
of course I would, baby. Of course, sugar.
Sylk, what's up? Hello?
Sam, what's going on, man? How you feel?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. This is from Cincinnati. Hey, look, a quick question for you, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be coming down to Cincinnati for the relationship thing, right?
Yeah, I'll be down in Cincinnati on the 11th, November.
On the 11th? 11 what time?
6 o'clock at Kickbacks.
6 o'clock in the evening, they kick back?
Yeah, on a Saturday. That's on Vine Street.
Okay, I'll find it. Is Monique there with you, bro?
Say what?
I said, is Monique there with you?
She here right now.
Hey,
Talk to her.
baby.
Hey, what's going on, sis? I love you, girl.
I love you back, brother.
All right, look here, I'm going to talk to what y'all do. Sam, that's all I wanted, bro. And keep up the good work, guys, man.
All right, man. Thanks for listening, bro.
Are you doing the same, Monique, all right?
You okay, baby? You too. Take care of yourself, sugar.
All right, good.
Yes, sir. Hey, Donald?
Yes, Sam.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sam. I wish you'd play a song of mine.
Say what?
You know that song I love. So rough, so tough, out here, baby.
That is not President Trump.
This is him. He
I
called.
enjoy that. Yes, I call Sam. Who you get, Sam?
We have actress and comedian Monique is here today. Yeah. And Tone X is here today. They're in town.
There's
Hello?
her last name.
Hello?
You don't need my last name, sugar. Just the first name is good.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to sign a bill. We'll have all black people identified by first and last names.
You know what?
Oprah's the only one that can get away with that, Sam.
Okay. All right. Okay.
How is Melania?
I'm signing. I'm
How's
sorry.
your wife doing?
I don't know. Which one? Oh, Melania.
How's Barron doing, sugar?
He's right. He's learning his alphabet.
He's learning his alphabet.
Really?
He's been
That's
learning his
really
He's
alphabet
on.
for 3
He's
years.
on C right now.
Wow, sugar. C for crazy. For his mom. I can
He'll
teach
be
you
up to F by noon.
C.
Crazy.
Yes, if you give him the electric company way,
right.
we can get that baby to Z.
Right.
Let's
No,
give him another
right now,
word.
I'm in the middle of signing a lot of bills. I'm signing bills like crazy, Sam. I'm signing a bill right now to build a wall around Taco Bell.
You know what?
And I'm
Goodbye.
signing another bill, Sam, to outlaw glittery cowboy hats.
Goodbye.
What is wrong with what? That,
Building a wall around Taco Bell.
he's building a wall around Taco Bell. That's what the president said. See, y'all,
Who's that?
if we
Who's
go
that?
back to old school things, we can learn a lot better.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the
And I call Sam
electric
up.
taught you how to put things
That's
together.
how a lot of people.
You okay, baby? You too.
Yeah, it's so loud.
Good morning. So what?
Mother,
Yeah.
Put together curse words.
Yes, sir. Hey, Donald?
Because I'm like, what is mother? What do you say
Yeah.
to that?
Mother. Come on. Mother.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Son.
Day, Sunday.
No sugar, we got some.
What'd you pray 3? Hello.
Right, do
Okay,
you
come
go?
on.
Yeah.
You don't tell me how to do the
Son.
songs for my
That's why
song.
we can't.
I go son and you go and I go bitch. You see? Like you don't
I'm going to sing with
all Biggie
Casey
wanted
and
was a
Sunshine
size 14
Band.
shoe. That's all he wanted. That night when I was
And then Puff say,
all he wanted was a size
this
14
state,
shoe.
where's my shoe,
He
Puff?
said, I need you to stop with all this drama shit. Now, Clyde in this game was 46 million. And you worried about a goddamn shoe.
Niggas say, where my shoe
And
at,
then
though?
that baby said, I'm probably going too far with my shoes, nigga. Yeah.
Papa say, nigga,
You going on that bitch
Papa say, put on my shoes.
Shit. That's what you gotta do.
Papa say, take that thing.
Minivan Wheelchair Foundation today goal, 4,000. Manuel, what are you asking for, baby? What are you asking for? Because I want y'all
Somebody
to
asked what they asked you
but
for.
I want y'all to keep something in mind, and I say this from the bottom of my heart and with all humility. When people do GoFundMe pages, and when people are asking people to help out, you got to understand people are probably in the same positions you're in. People have families, people have issues, people have things that they're trying to deal with and work out. So just understand that when you start asking, people are probably in the same positions that you're in. And that's to say, I'm saying all that to say, sometimes you got to figure it out.
That's right.
You got to figure it out. Like I had a friend of mine did a GoFundMe page, and I'm like, bitch, if you can't afford it, then you should take that down. You can't afford to get that house yet, but you asking people to help you get a down payment for a house, and they live in an apartment. If you don't take that shit down, take it down.
Capitalism.
Hey, y'all, all weekend long, make sure you go by and see Monique. She's doing
Damn
2
right.
shows tonight.
And 2 shows
two
tomorrow.
shows
2 and 2. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Get in where you fit in, man. You need this laugh.
Yes.
This is a special kind of laugh. We ain't got nothing but love, like Heavy D say, for Cleveland. Believe land.
Yes, sir.
So come out, man, this weekend and believe with us. Laugh with us. Love with us. It's going to be incredible. My sister
that
going
order.
to get it in.
And you might tinkle with us. Because when you become an older woman, baby, sometimes I see the one sitting right in front of me saying, and they be looking like, Monique, you know what's happening right now. You know what's happening right now. And I be looking back like, yes, because it's happening with me too.
Older women.
I'm going to share something with y'all. Because
Control
I
it.
think we need to have it. Now, this sister sitting right here to my left, right?
Yeah.
This is my workout partner and my nutrition partner. And this is my baby cousin. She don't like for me to say that, but she is, right? I'm 49, she's 48, which means I'm older, right? She's my baby cousin.
It's that
She,
older
she got the
She's my baby cousin, right? So we walk 5 miles every morning, right? We haven't done it in a couple of weeks because the weather done changed. It's been raining. So they're trying to keep us from being healthy, but we ain't tripping, right? So one day
That's
we
that
walk-
weather machine. They
Come
call
on, talk
Yeah,
to it. We walking. We about 2.5 miles away from the house. Can't turn back. And I look at her.
Yeah.
I say, I gotta go to the bathroom. She said, well, I don't know what to tell you because we 2.5 miles
we in
out.
the middle.
And Sam, I'm an older guy, right? Now, you know how a baby look at you when they go into the bathroom? They just have to look at you. Well, I was trying my best. I was trying to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, just take baby steps. Because if you take baby steps and you think, just get it back, get it back. Till we got to a point where it said, I am 49. And I'm going to do what a 49-year-old bladder is supposed to do. I had to stop walking and I just stood there.
With the look.
And I looked at her. She said, Monique, what are you doing? And then she looked. She said, I know damn well. I said, there was nothing else I could do.
Oh, man.
By the time we get back, no one will ever know. But that's a good girlfriend. That's a good girlfriend.
Yeah.
She ain't never said nothing to nobody. I done told her all of Cleveland. I had a situation. But we just walked like it didn't even happen. She didn't judge me, Sam, or nothing. My tennis shoe was making a little noise. But she didn't judge it. She just acted like she didn't hear. She started singing songs so we wouldn't hear the squishing. I don't want to thank her. So for my older sisters that come to the show,
I will not.
what I'm going to ask y'all to do is get you on one of them coverages. Get you on one of them coverages. Don't be embarrassed or ashamed. We older
I
gals.
think there's an endorsement deal coming.
You got the Kegel.
What?
Kegel. You like the Kegel.
I thought that was something else, though. I thought that was.
No, baby, Kegling gets it tightens.
I know it's a tightens,
but the bladder along with it.
Okay, they keeps you. From,
yeah, they recommend
okay,
Kegling.
Tighten your bladder.
I thought it was just to keep your. It tightens that and it
allows
tightens
you to
that.
control the stream.
With Kegling, you don't even know you're Kegling when you're Kegling. You see? You can't tell. You
So
can't tell.
you getting 2 for 1.
You come on now, talk
Kegel
to
in a mouth hug.
Wait a minute.
Tightens everything. That tighten it out.
Come on now.
Older women tinkle, younger girls squirt. See,
We
Now,
gotta
the show
go.
has just gone
That's the
different.
difference.
We will add on to that tonight and
Right.
tomorrow. 2 shows
Improv.
tonight, 2 shows
I'll be
tomorrow.
doing breast exams
I don't know
tonight.
why I just went there.
Only
Oh,
C cups or less.
We
Don't
were
go over C
talking
cup. I
about
can't do
things
nothing
that
with it.
naturally happen to the body, and then my brother jumped off with that. You know, but it's an adult show. You're not going to see
crazy.
Nikki Parker
Oh,
tonight.
Lord, no.
Please tell
Don't
them.
bring your
Please
children.
tell them.
That will
No.
not be me.
Same, they bust up with their children sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they think they get ready. I'm like, sugar.
Yeah.
We can't find babysitters.
Yeah.
What's
We
up?
bring
You
our
got to
kids
bring your
right to
babies.
bring them right to the show
They
and
bring
sit them in the back.
They brings them right there. They come, Aunt Monique, well, come on in the green room.
Right. I'll watch it for $10.
Come on in the green
They
room,
gonna
baby.
Come on in the
sleeping.
back. Yeah.
They're gonna be sleeping.
We want to thank you, Sam.
Oh, any man, thank you all.
We want to thank you, Cleveland
Yeah, we do.
and Cincinnati. We want to thank Toledo. We want to
Columbus.
thank all the Columbus.
Columbus.
We want to thank all the. We want to thank the little rural cities that they
Rural.
never named
Yeah.
in Ohio.
Talk about it.
Because there's one.
Warren.
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 Come on. See,
Warren,
they don't
Ohio.
talk
And
about
We
Warren,
want to
Ohio.
shout out the
And I'm gonna
hoods.
tell you
Yeah.
something to anybody that comes from Warren, Ohio tonight.
What you got for
You
me?
got 2 tickets at the door from Warren, Ohio.
Warren, Ohio.
Now you've got to show your ID,
Yeah.
and it's got to be your ass on the picture. Don't come up in there with no white woman on the picture. Tell me, Monique, I'm just really light skinned. No, you know, shut up. It's got to be you. 2 tickets from anybody that come from Warren, Ohio.
In that order,
tonight.
y'all. Tonight.
And I got 2 tickets for anybody that come in there with your ankle bracelet on, because I know you're committed and you're dedicated to see my sister. Because you ain't supposed to have your ass out of that house after 7 o'clock. So come on in there, show your ankle bracelet.
They're dedicated to seeing us. Now, I'm going
Tony Braxton, Deadwood, y'all. ZAK.
Hey y'all, all weekend long, make sure you go by and see Monique. She's doing 2 shows tonight.
and 2 shows.